So today I'm going to try something new, and it's called a Cataplana. I have never ever done this before. It's the name comes, and I just of course learned that on the various social media. It's a pot, a cooking vessel called a Cataplana, and it's Portuguese. So the other day I'm at the thrift shop and they have this, and nobody knows what to do with it. Somebody said, "Well, it might be a purse," and it's like, okay, so I got it. Anyways, I googled it. It's a Cataplana, Portuguese, and it's copper on the outside, aluminum on the inside, and it's mostly used for seafood dishes. But you can cook anything else in it, and whatever you cook in there, you can also cook in a pot with a lid on it. Now I'm an authority on Cataplanas. No, just kidding. This is the first time I've ever tried it, and so that I don't really mess it up, I'm just trying it as a rice dish without all the expensive seafood. So here I'm going to start. I put about a tablespoon of sunflower oil in here. I happen to have some frozen peppers and some frozen onions in the freezer, so I'm using those. I'm going to use a clove of garlic with a new knife and just smash it up and then cut it a little bit, not too coarse, not too fine. In the meantime, we're gonna put on the Cataplana, and because these things are frozen, I'm gonna put them on in the cold oil. If I put it in the hot oil, it'll splatter way too much. So once these are sauteed, we'll start with the next step. Okay, in the meantime, the 15-minute timer went off, and I opened it up, and I noticed the rice was too al dente, so I put it on for another 15 minutes, and let's see how that turns out. So let's turn off the fan here, and we have the stove off now, so I'm just going to use the towel because those big gloves are a bit cumbersome. And don't forget, this is hot. So here we go. Oh yeah, that looks very good. So all I do now is I add a little bit of frozen parsley because I happen to be out of fresh one. And frozen parsley is fabulous. I love it. And here we go. Now let's see. Oh, look at that. You know what that reminds me of? Risotto. Doesn't it? It sort of has that plump. I bet you could make that with arborio rice too, which is a short grain rice, so it makes sense. So now the idea is to put this on the table like that, and if you now have seafood in here, let's say shrimp or prawns, you eat them and put the shells in there. Isn't that cool? So now let's find out what it tastes like. It smells really good. The cameraman has to have always the first taste. Let's see, cameraman. It's very hot. Don't burn yourself. It's good. I get the thumbs up here. Yeah. Oh, that is really good. Okay, so our experiment paid off. I'm going to be making this from now on. This is going to be my lunch. And this is what it looks like.